They were always a smaller company, much smaller than, for instance, Toyota, and the resources to go aggressively into electric vehicle technology just wasn't there.
Honda is facing a crisis that is shaking its reputation forever. How does a company known for reliability and efficiency end up with unsold cars, federal probes, and plummeting profits? For years, Honda has been a beacon of trust in the automotive world. With bestsellers like the Accord, CR-V, and Odyssey, it seemed nothing could shake their standing. But now, a 15% drop in profits, federal investigations into engine failures affecting over 1,400,000 vehicles, and inventory piling up across dealerships tell a very different story. What went wrong with Honda's once unstoppable momentum? How are their vehicles stacking up against a fiercely competitive market? And most importantly, what does this mean for you? What's happening? Honda was once the gold standard in automotive manufacturing. From the smooth drive of the Accord to the unmatched practicality of the CR-V, it wasn't just a car, it was a promise. Families relied on the Odyssey for daily adventures, and commuters counted on Civics to stretch every mile from their fuel tanks. Yet behind this unshakable image, warning signs were building. Imagine this. 6 months ago, Honda dealerships couldn't keep vehicles on their lots. The CR-V, a perennial favorite, was almost impossible to find. Fast forward to today, and you'll see rows of unsold CR-Vs, Accords, and even Odysseys filling every inch of dealership space. Inventory, once a coveted problem to have, is now Honda's Achilles heel. But this isn't just about cars sitting idle, it's about what those unsold vehicles represent. A breakdown in consumer trust, a shift in market dynamics, and a failure to adapt to the times. For Honda, this is more than a bad quarter. It's a moment of reckoning, a surge in supply, a dip in demand. Now let's talk numbers. Over the last month, Honda's day supply, an industry metric that measures how long inventory sits unsold, increased by 14 days. That might sound like a minor adjustment, but in the automotive world, it's monumental. For a brand like Honda, known for moving vehicles quickly, this represents a troubling trend. The CR-V, one of Honda's most popular models, is emblematic of the problem. At $35,000 for an all-wheel drive 2025 model, it might seem affordable compared to today's average new vehicle price of $50,000. But even with its lower price point, these vehicles are struggling to find buyers. Why? Part of it lies in shifting consumer priorities. Small SUVs like the CR-V, once the bread and butter of suburban families, now face stiff competition from hybrid and electric alternatives. Meanwhile, larger SUVs like the Pilot and minivans like the Odyssey, with price tags upwards of $43,000, are perceived as luxuries rather than necessities in today's economic climate. The dark shadow over Honda. As if inventory issues weren't enough, Honda is now the subject of a federal investigation into potential engine failures affecting over 1,400,000 vehicles. Models like the Honda Pilot and Acura MDX from 2016 to 2020 are at the center of this probe, with allegations of premature engine failures causing a stir among both consumers and regulators. This isn't the first time Honda's engines have faced scrutiny, but it's by far the most significant. What makes this worse is the lingering perception that these engines, despite Honda's assurances, may still carry flaws. If these concerns lead to a recall, the financial and reputational damage could be catastrophic. Think about it. Honda, a brand synonymous with reliability, now facing questions about the durability of its most iconic vehicles. For buyers, this raises serious concerns about whether a Honda today is the same as the Honda they trusted years ago. Price perception and the consumer disconnect. There's another element at play here: pricing. At $35,000 for a CR-V or $43,000 for an Odyssey, Honda's vehicles are positioned as relatively affordable in today's market. But affordability is subjective, and for many buyers, these prices still feel out of reach. The problem isn't just the sticker price, it's the disconnect between what buyers expect and what they're being offered. A decade ago, that same CR-V might have been priced at $25,000. Today, consumers feel they're paying more, but not necessarily getting more. This perception, combined with broader economic uncertainty, is driving potential buyers away. And it's not just new cars. The lack of movement at new car dealerships means fewer trade-ins, which in turn affects the used car market. For Honda, this creates a ripple effect that touches every part of its business. This isn't just Honda's problem, it's a snapshot of a shifting automotive landscape. For buyers, it raises questions about value, reliability, and trust. For Honda, it's a wake-up call to adapt or risk losing the loyalty it has built over decades. The inventory overflow and what it reveals. Honda's inventory situation isn't just a logistical headache, it's a glaring symptom of larger issues plaguing the brand. Take a moment to picture this. Dealership lots, once nearly barren, now bursting at the seams with vehicles that were once in high demand. From CR-Vs to Odysseys, the vehicles that used to define practicality and efficiency are now piling up, unsold and seemingly unwanted. 6 months ago, it was almost impossible to find a CR-V in certain regions. Buyers were scrambling, and dealerships could barely keep up with demand. Fast forward to today, and you'll see an entirely different story. Rows of unsold vehicles stand as silent witnesses to a sharp decline in consumer interest. The shift is staggering, especially for a brand that has built its legacy on reliability and consistency. This inventory overload also reveals cracks in Honda's pricing strategy. A CR-V priced at $35,000 might sound reasonable when compared to the market average of $50,000 for a new vehicle. However, the modern buyer is far more discerning. They are no longer willing to pay a premium for a vehicle simply because it bears the Honda badge. Moreover, the competition has stepped up its game. Brands like Toyota, with its RAV4, and newcomers in the hybrid and electric vehicle markets are offering compelling alternatives. This leaves Honda struggling to justify its prices, even as its vehicles sit unsold. How consumer trends are shifting. To understand Honda's current predicament, it's essential to look at the evolving preferences of the modern car buyer. 10 years ago, the priorities were clear: fuel efficiency, reliability, and affordability. Honda excelled in all three categories, making it a favorite among families and commuters alike. Today, however, the landscape has changed. Buyers are increasingly drawn to vehicles that combine cutting-edge technology with sustainability. Electric and hybrid models are no longer niche products. They are becoming the new standard. This shift leaves Honda, which has been slower to embrace electrification compared to some of its competitors, at a disadvantage. Consider the CR-V hybrid, a model that Honda introduced to capture the growing demand for eco-friendly vehicles. Priced at $42,000, it offers improved fuel efficiency and a more modern design. Yet it struggles to compete with offerings from brands like Tesla, which have set the benchmark for electric vehicle innovation. The challenge for Honda lies in bridging the gap between its traditional strengths and the demands of the modern market. Buyers want vehicles that are not only reliable but also forward-thinking, and they want them at a price that feels justified. Honda has always been the brand people trusted, the one synonymous with reliability and innovation. But what happens when that trust starts to crack? From engine failures sparking federal investigations to pricing decisions that leave buyers scratching their heads, Honda's challenges aren't just about numbers, they're about the very foundation of what made it great. So how did one of the most dependable names in the industry find itself struggling to keep pace? And more importantly, can Honda turn this crisis into an opportunity? Let's dive into the root causes that brought Honda to this tipping point: a legacy under siege. For decades, Honda was synonymous with reliability and trust. Families proudly handed down their Accords and Civics, confident these cars could last decades. But the automotive landscape is ruthless, and no legacy is immune to change. Honda's current challenges reveal a deeper story, one of missed opportunities, shifting priorities, and external forces threatening to topple an empire built on dependability. Honda's journey to this critical juncture didn't happen overnight. It's the culmination of gradual missteps that snowballed into today's predicament. Understanding how Honda got here requires us to dive into three critical root causes, issues that transformed a market leader into a company scrambling to maintain its standing. Failure to lead in electrification. The first misstep: Honda's delayed embrace of electrification. While competitors like Tesla and Hyundai boldly moved into the electric vehicle market, Honda's progress has been cautious at best. Despite introducing hybrid versions of popular models like the CR-V and Accord, the company has struggled to position itself as an innovator in a world increasingly dominated by electric vehicles. Consider this: Honda's first fully electric offering, the Honda E, was unveiled in Europe but has not been widely marketed in North America. Why? Honda appeared hesitant to gamble on a market that was, until recently, in its infancy. Meanwhile, competitors were betting big. Tesla pushed boundaries with its Model 3 and Model Y, while Hyundai and Kia delivered accessible, stylish electric vehicles that resonated with buyers. The result? Honda is playing catch-up in a race it could have led. By focusing on incremental improvements to internal combustion engines and hybrids, Honda has lost valuable time and market share. The CR-V hybrid, while an impressive vehicle in its own right, doesn't carry the same innovative cachet as a fully electric competitor. This isn't just a technological issue, it's a branding issue. Consumers today view electric vehicles as the future, and brands leading the charge are winning loyalty. For Honda, failing to establish a strong foothold in this space has left it looking reactive rather than proactive, a dangerous position for any automaker. The price gap that won't close. Another critical factor behind Honda's struggles is its pricing strategy, or lack thereof. As economic pressures mount, buyers are increasingly sensitive to costs. Yet Honda's vehicles, while competitively priced relative to some competitors, don't feel like the bargains they once were. Take the Honda Civic, a vehicle long celebrated as a reliable and affordable option for first-time buyers and budget-conscious families. A decade ago, a base model Civic was priced in the low $20,000 range. Today, that same car starts closer to $30,000. While inflation and rising production costs are factors, the perception among buyers is clear. They're paying more, but not necessarily getting more. This issue isn't unique to Honda. Rising vehicle prices are an industry-wide phenomenon. However, Honda's reliance on its reputation for value makes it particularly vulnerable. Buyers who once turned to Honda for affordable, reliable cars are now exploring alternatives. Brands like Hyundai and Kia, which offer lower price points and robust warranties, are becoming attractive options for cost-conscious consumers. The disconnect between pricing and perceived value extends beyond cars like the Civic. The Honda Odyssey, a minivan once synonymous with practicality, now carries a sticker price that makes it feel more like a luxury purchase. For families juggling tight budgets, this shift is pushing them toward used vehicles or lower-priced competitors. A reputation in question, perhaps the most significant challenge Honda faces is the erosion of its most valuable asset, trust. The federal investigation into engine failures affecting over 1,400,000 vehicles is more than a logistical nightmare. It's a direct threat to Honda's reputation. When buyers think of Honda, they think of reliability. They think of a car they can trust to start every morning, run smoothly for years, and require minimal maintenance. The current investigation undermines all of that. Reports of premature engine failures in models like the Honda Pilot and Acura MDX from 2016 to 2020 have raised serious concerns. Even though these issues are limited to specific vehicles, the damage to Honda's image is far-reaching. For many buyers, perception is reality. Even if Honda resolves these issues and implements stricter quality controls, the lingering doubts may take years to dispel. And in a market where trust is paramount, Honda's competitors are eager to capitalize on this vulnerability. What Honda got right, but too late. To Honda's credit, it isn't ignoring the challenges it faces. The company has made strides in addressing some of its weaknesses, particularly in the realm of electrification. The upcoming launch of new electric models, including a fully electric SUV developed in partnership with General Motors, signals a shift in strategy. However, these efforts come late in the game. While Honda was refining hybrids, competitors were establishing themselves as leaders in electric innovation. Tesla became the benchmark for electric vehicles, and brands like Hyundai and Volkswagen built loyal followings with their accessible and stylish offerings. Honda's late entry into the electric vehicle market means it must work twice as hard to catch up. It's no longer enough to produce a good electric vehicle. It must be exceptional. It must stand out in a crowded market and convince buyers that Honda is not only part of the future, but leading it. A changing market landscape. The challenges Honda faces are not occurring in isolation. The automotive industry as a whole is undergoing a transformation driven by technological advancements, changing consumer preferences, and economic pressures. Automakers are in a race to redefine themselves in a world that demands cleaner, smarter, and more efficient vehicles. Electric vehicles are no longer a niche market. They are becoming mainstream, driven by government incentives, infrastructure investments, and shifting attitudes towards sustainability. Buyers are no longer asking if they should buy an electric vehicle. They're asking which one, and automakers who fail to provide compelling answers risk being left behind. At the same time, economic uncertainty is influencing purchasing decisions. Buyers are looking for vehicles that offer not just value, but long-term savings. Electric vehicles, with their lower maintenance costs and reduced reliance on fluctuating fuel prices, are increasingly seen as smart investments. For budget-conscious consumers, the appeal of reduced fuel costs and fewer repair expenses is becoming a decisive factor in choosing a new vehicle. For Honda, adapting to these changes is not optional, it's essential. The question is whether the company can pivot quickly enough to stay relevant in a rapidly evolving market where the stakes have never been higher. Honda's ability to innovate and respond to shifting consumer demands will determine whether it remains a leader or becomes a follower in the automotive revolution. Can Honda bounce back? Honda's current struggles are significant, but they are not insurmountable. The company has faced challenges before and emerged stronger. However, the path to recovery will require bold decisions, strategic investments, and a willingness to embrace change. Key to this recovery will be rebuilding trust with consumers. Addressing the issues raised by the federal investigation is just the first step. Honda must also demonstrate that it has learned from these challenges and is committed to delivering the quality and reliability buyers expect. Equally important is innovation. Honda's late entry into the electric vehicle market has left it playing catch-up, but it also presents an opportunity. By learning from the successes and failures of its competitors, Honda has the chance to deliver electric vehicles that combine cutting-edge technology with the reliability it is known for. Finally, Honda must reevaluate its pricing strategy. In a market where buyers are increasingly cost-conscious, finding the right balance between affordability and value will be critical. This doesn't mean slashing prices. It means ensuring that every dollar spent on a Honda feels worth it to the buyer. Honda's challenges are a reflection of broader shifts in the automotive industry. As the market evolves, even the most established brands must adapt or risk being left behind. For Honda, this moment represents both a crisis and an opportunity, a chance to redefine itself and emerge stronger. For buyers, the situation offers valuable lessons. It's a reminder to look beyond brand loyalty and consider the factors that truly matter: quality, value, and innovation. And for the industry, Honda's journey serves as a case study in the importance of staying ahead of the curve. The fight for relevance. Honda is at a crossroads, navigating a rapidly shifting industry and addressing challenges that threaten its reputation. Yet, this isn't the first time a major automaker has faced adversity, and it won't be the last. The question isn't whether Honda has the resources to recover. It does. The real question is, does it have the vision and agility to redefine itself in time? The automotive industry is unforgiving, and buyers have options. Honda must confront its shortcomings while charting a path that reestablishes its relevance in the modern market. It's not just about selling cars, it's about proving to the world that Honda can still lead, innovate, and inspire. To succeed, Honda must embrace the future with bold strategies that address electrification, sustainability, and affordability. The company needs to strike a delicate balance between honoring its legacy of reliability and embracing cutting-edge technology. Consumers demand more than vehicles. They expect solutions for their evolving needs. Honda has the potential to redefine not just its brand, but the standards of the entire automotive industry. The key to Honda's future. If there's one area where Honda must make its mark, it's electric vehicles. The shift toward electrification is not a trend, it's a revolution. Governments worldwide are rolling out initiatives to phase out internal combustion engines, and buyers are increasingly prioritizing sustainability. Honda's upcoming electric models, including its collaboration with General Motors, are a step in the right direction, but they need to do more than just compete. They need to set a new standard. Tesla's dominance in the electric vehicle market wasn't just about producing electric cars, it was about creating an experience that felt futuristic and aspirational. Honda has the engineering expertise to build reliable, efficient electric vehicles. What it needs is a strategy that captures the imagination of consumers. A bold marketing campaign combined with innovative design and advanced features could reposition Honda as a leader in the electric vehicle space. For Honda, rebuilding trust starts with addressing the issues that have shaken its reputation. The federal investigation into engine failures is a black mark, but it's also an opportunity. By being transparent, proactive, and solutions-focused, Honda can demonstrate its commitment to quality and accountability. The company must go beyond damage control. It needs to engage with affected customers, offer comprehensive solutions, and ensure that these issues don't arise in future models. For Honda, this isn't just about fixing engines, it's about restoring faith in the brand. Moreover, Honda should double down on its quality assurance processes. Buyers need to feel confident that every Honda on the market meets the highest standards of reliability. This isn't just about avoiding recalls, it's about reinforcing the trust that has been the foundation of Honda's success. Pricing strategy. One of Honda's biggest hurdles is its pricing. In an economy where buyers are increasingly cost-conscious, the perception of value is everything. Honda doesn't need to be the cheapest option. It needs to be the best value for the money. The challenge lies in striking the perfect balance between affordability and premium offerings, ensuring every buyer feels they're getting more than what they paid for. Take the CR-V Hybrid as an example. Priced at $42,000, it competes with similar models from Toyota and Hyundai. However, to truly stand out, Honda must offer offer something more, whether it's advanced technology, a better warranty, or exclusive features that justify the price. Adding perks like extended maintenance packages or seamless connectivity options could enhance the value proposition. Honda could also explore tiered pricing strategies that cater to a wider range of buyers. By offering entry-level models with essential features alongside premium versions packed with technology, Honda can appeal to both budget-conscious buyers and those willing to spend more for added luxury. This approach would not only broaden its customer base, but also reinforce Honda's reputation as a brand that understands and caters to diverse needs. The Honda experience beyond the car. Modern buyers don't just purchase cars, they invest in experiences. Tesla's success isn't just about its vehicles, it's about the ecosystem it has built around them. From seamless charging networks to over-the-air updates, Tesla has redefined what it means to own a car. Honda has the potential to do the same. Imagine a Honda ecosystem where every vehicle integrates seamlessly with smart devices, offers personalized driving experiences, and includes access to a robust network of charging stations. By focusing on the customer experience, Honda can create a sense of loyalty and community that goes beyond the vehicle itself. Additionally, Honda's dealership model could be reimagined. Buyers today value transparency and convenience, and Honda has an opportunity to innovate in this space. Whether it's streamlining the purchasing process, offering virtual test drives, or providing flexible financing options, Honda can make the buying experience as reliable as the cars themselves. Honda isn't the only automaker facing challenges, and there are lessons to be learned from both successes and failures within the industry. Toyota, for instance, has maintained its reputation for reliability while making significant strides in hybrid and electric technology. Hyundai and Kia have transformed their brands by focusing on design, affordability, and cutting-edge features. The key takeaway for Honda is that innovation and adaptability are critical. By studying how competitors have navigated similar challenges, Honda can refine its strategy and avoid common pitfalls. The stakes for Honda and the industry. What's at stake isn't just Honda's reputation, it's its place in the future of the automotive industry. The stakes are monumental, as Honda's ability to evolve will determine whether it remains a leader or becomes a shadow of its former self. If Honda can successfully adapt, it has the potential to emerge stronger and more competitive, setting new benchmarks for reliability, innovation, and sustainability. However, if it falters, it risks losing relevance in an industry that is moving forward at lightning speed, leaving little room for error. For the industry as a whole, Honda's journey is a powerful reminder of the importance of staying ahead of the curve. Innovation isn't optional, it's essential. The rapid pace of technological advancement, shifting consumer preferences, and increased competition mean automakers must be agile, creative, and forward-thinking. Buyers are becoming more discerning, demanding vehicles that not only meet their practical needs, but also align with their values of sustainability, efficiency, and affordability. Automakers that fail to rise to this challenge risk losing their market share to more adaptive competitors. As the company navigates this critical moment, one thing is clear: the decisions it makes now will shape its future for decades to come. Every step it takes must be deliberate, bold, and aligned with the needs of a rapidly evolving market. The question remains, can Honda rise to the occasion and re-establish itself as a pioneer, or will it struggle to keep pace in an industry that rewards only the most adaptable and visionary players? What do you think? Can Honda overcome these challenges and reclaim its position as a leader in the automotive industry? Or are the hurdles too great for even a brand as iconic as Honda? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below, and don't forget to share your perspective on what Honda should prioritize to secure its future.